And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you, they was blocking the shine. Now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing!
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you, they was blocking the shine. Now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ECAC stream. My name is Footin, and with me in the casting booth is Hail Monkey Man, and we have some Valorant action for you here tonight. The two teams, Fanshawe Fuel going up against the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Really cool name, by the way. Hail Monkey Man, how are you feeling about these two?
You know what? These teams have gone through the QQ, but the Pew Pew is still happening. It is Fanshawe Fuel, all gassed up and ready to go. They went 7-1 in the regular season, dropping only to a Game 3 banger that went against John Jay, but otherwise able to bounce back against Delaware in a 2-0 at the very end of the season. Opposite of them, though, RPI is trying to be able to pull in the RPO, see if they can be able to have some extra options going into this wonderful playoff. They went 5-3. The last one kind of ended with a bit of a wah as they had a forfeit win over Wake Forest, but ultimately this is a squad that's had a lot of ups and downs. Hopefully they're on that uphill swing to be able to have some momentum going against a really good team in the Fuel.
Absolutely, the Fuels, like you said, 7-1, looking to make it 8 right here in this best of 3 series. We're going to be starting off on Ascent, of course, with Fanshawe on the attacking side. So what do you think, Monkey? What do you think? We got Fanshawe Fuels on the attack, Rensselaer Poly over on the defensive side. What do you think about Ascent? What do you think? What kind of rosters are we going to be seeing here?
Well, when we get to see the entirety of this map ban spread, it's pretty much par for the course. Everyone remembered to ban Pearl. They got rid of Haven as that 3 points, and they said, oh wait, Ascent and Bind. We've never played those before. Let's bring them up. And they forgot that Fracture still exists, so they put that as the decider. When it comes to Ascent, this is your quintessential map that you must be really good at. And, you know, if you're just going to play the game of Valorant, it's about entry, it's about control. Will you be able to deny mid control? Will you be able to accept and flow with the game as you go between doors on A side as well as main B side, be able to push down that main lane or create some good space. I've seen a lot of good aggression when it comes to controller play on this map, a lot of differentials when it comes to Viper as well as Astra, and of course your mains when it comes to Omen. I'm an Omen main myself when it comes to the controller side. I love seeing it, but it's the dynamicness of these squads that will be really showcased. And we got to remember, Fanshawe was on one heck of a winning spree as they got their first 6 matches in a row during the regular season. I'm expecting them to come out and execute today.
We will find out soon enough. Fanshawe starting us off on the attacking side. Like we said before, we see an Astra coming in finally here in the roster pool. We don't see her a lot, but here she is, the Jet, and of course the KJ coming in from both sides, which is of course Monkey. Absolutely essential for holding down that B side.
Yeah, this is, you know, you can create a lot of space when it comes to the lockdown. I've seen some teams highly prioritize getting the Killjoy ultimates and really kind of working off of them. Of course, you have your initiators in the KOs, and we actually have another floating with Big Homie on top of the Sova as well, and they will lock that one in. So dual initiators, and same thing on opposite end. Will we see a bit of a mirror comp? The Omen is locked, so they will be opposite of that Astra. Everything else pretty much the same. Jets to be able to get in off the tailwind, the KOs to be able to shut down all the cool gadgets and gizmos of plenty, who's it's and what's it's galore. Thingamabobs, I've got plenty, but do you have an Ascent match where we can see the difference between a Cosmic Divide or maybe a From the Shadows? It's the Edgelord versus the Astral Diva, and we're going in. It's going to be Fanshawe that will be attacking first and RPI that will be hitting up that defense.
It's going to be a lot of fun, like you said. The Omen and Astra going up against each other. We'll find out who comes out on top. And here, now we go the first round. Just about to begin here in Monkey. I have to wonder, do we see Fanshawe carrying out that streak?
I think that they're able to bounce back into this. You know, getting a win off of Delaware, that is such a good squad, as the Blue Hens have proved for many of the majority of their season of play in collegiate atmospheres. And so I think that this is a squad that's really proven that they can be able to take some of the best and shut them down. Big 2-0 early on in the season over CSI, and Ball State really kind of proves that as well. But RPI, I welcome you to prove that you have been able to focus up and focus into this matchup. Defense is kind of a measuring stick of that. And Swift, who maybe kind of was a late draw into this squad. I want to see how the Sova play really works out, because Sova's been in and out as a favorite initiator for some of these pieces, but they're great for holding long off post plant sites when it comes to their ultimates.
Absolutely, and we see the Fanshawe side. They're testing the waters here, pushing in towards the A side. We got 3 of the players now pushing in towards Shaw. Slippery, the one leading the charge. Mandingo in a great position to shut this down should they decide to push. Has a molly in hand, would not want to go down early. There he is, puts out the flash, and now the molly. And of course, Fanshawe Fuel still have short control, so they're looking to make a number here. And of course, Ani J there in the corner gets traded out by Dakota. Already done a lot of damage on the Fanshawe Fuel side, as we see Slippery and Dakota pushing in, and they've already found 2. 3v1 here, which should not be lasting for much longer. Slippery is just went in and taken down every single man.
Oh, Slippery, slip side to side. They allow all of one single tiny step on that tailwind and ultimately find a headshot, as it was jet on jet in the back corner, but finding a 3K after entry into heaven. Great trades, and I thought initially that Mandingo was actually able to kind of stall them out, especially because you put that awesome fragment down, and that creates a little bit of a stagnation, and then you had that crazy kind of a 2-1 trade go on into Wine, but it didn't slow down Slippery at all, coming out on the better side of those, and so it will be a 3-0 to be able to get them 1-0 on the board.
And now guns in hand for Fanshawe, as we see RPI on the defensive side. Pistols, of course, and they're trying to play it closer. We see 2 of the players pushing towards the A main, now finally stepping back. Wouldn't want to go down early, as we see Ani J. Moses pushing in, gets denied by Sustain with the Bulldog. And I feel like Bulldog, it doesn't get a lot of love around here, and I really appreciate somebody using it in the second round.
Yeah, and there's something I've seen about good Bulldog play as a nice quick step by Slippery. They're trying to be able to just make this dance their own, as they now find 5 kills. But Bulldog play actually on this map is pretty great because it works in not dissimilar to Marshall. You get that triple tap, and if you get something on target, you're going to get a kill guaranteed. The distance play on the Classic is just not going to happen, as Alco will drop it as a trade out for with Diggy. Surviving in a 1-on-4, they will have an upgrade, but they're going to be in a downgrade in terms of their HP. There's all of 1 hurt person, and that's the biggest killer so far on this map, and that's been Slippery. But having to fight through some tough gadgets. They know exactly where Diggy is here on B main. They're going to get caught in the crossfire, and that is going to be Doppelganger Syndrome, turning this one into a 2-0.
And I really have to talk about the Jet here against Slippery, doing a number with that coast. He was standing in one place, and he took down both of the players on pistol as well. The health working out perfectly well for him. They have the advantage, of course. And now on to the Vandals and the Phantoms. They're on the defensive side. RPI, Rensselaer now have to make it work. 1 round should be going in their favor here, should they manage to hold down this defense.
Yeah, Alco and the gang they're looking at a bonus. Got to see what they can really kind of snowball with this. If they can be able to break through and break the bank of RPI, they're going to be in a sticky situation for at least 2 more rounds, because they will get stuck in that cyclical cycle of just constant save by. It would be great if they could be able to keep Fanshawe at bay. This becomes a B main push. The stars will go down. There's going to be a lot of smokes being dropped, and this is going to be a dissected site. Look how many stars are be able to take away these sight lines as they're trying, or they haven't really gotten rid of the turret. That has slowed a few. Diggy's traded out after they get rid of Slippery, so the biggest killer on the map is in fact eliminated. Swift finds another with Sustain, but can this defense on site be sustained?
A 4v3 retake here, opportunity for RPI to get that very first round. We see some of these sprays coming out early. The Omen now finally pushing in over to Astra. Does he get the trade? Yes, no he doesn't. Dakota takes down both of them, with Moses finding 1. Swift with every single person on the site. And look at that retake coming in from RPI.
That was a great bit of personnel management. They kept 1 on stairs, and so they drew a little bit of that crossfire, but they put 3 running it down lane to go all the way towards Boathouse. So while the initial duel was happening in a very close proximity kind of fashion, CQC, it did not ultimately pan out as all eyes swept around. And so the last remaining member does eventually drop. The prelude to chaos will make the chains of hell drag them there, and so this will be a bit of a traditional difference, as you do take that 3rd round after having the weapon diff, but we have a true rifle round. Auntie J has that Bulldog in hand. Maybe we're going to find something from distance, but it's going to be up to mid presence, and Slippery and the gang are going to try and take over here from tiles.
Oh my god, Moses, I'm so sorry for what happened to you there. Down to 50 health, forced back from the offensive side here, and Fanshawe Fuel are doing a number there. And you were talking about mid-presence, and it seems like Fanshawe, they've taken it by storm with the KGL onward there to stop down Slippery for just a second. But once again, presence and positioning already secured on the mid side, and Fanshawe, now they have a lot of options to consider. They could take B here, they could hold down rotations over to B, or they could just take this A short position right here.
Yeah, they've been able to really push back the defense. No space has been gained. They're trying to hold these tight corridors as best as they can. The null knife does come out to see if they can get rid of any of these, but another one is traded, will be killed, and that gives, even though they did not get rid of the abilities, some intel as to the presence of where an agent is. Looking to be able to get one, but that's a fast trade. Slippery's able to drop Swift, so that will create some space, but a trade now again as Mandingo is able to press out. They're getting a little bit dangerous, a little bit brave. Going to the classic, just not fast enough. This is a 2v2. Very hurt are the defenders, and so they'll have to flex away, but they're both going to come through heaven. Will they be able to find Alco in the alcove just behind Jenny? They will get a soft blind. They're gonna split the difference. Ball, but Diggy's gonna lose their life as they drop. And now it's a 2v1. Both staring him down. That's a 3K for Alco. I'm gonna get 3-1. They're gonna force RPI into another save.
Monkey, I am seeing confidence brimming out from each and every member. You see Alco, the last man on side. We are still waiting on Sistane to reach towards side and help provide backup. Alco doesn't care. He says, I got this. He peeks one, gets him immediately, and of course the second one goes down shortly after. So some amazing dual displays coming out from Fanshawe's side, and they have the utility managed perfectly well, and the aim is just too mechanically good.
Yeah, Fanshawe fueled up their battle bot with Fury in their tanks. That's going to be a no command to lead the charge. Diggy is being replaced with a dead guy on the roster as they hit the tarmac real fast. Blaze Store coming out as Slippery is going to try and press through as best as they can. Auntie J looking for the lurk for the flank as best as they are able to. A soft flash as well, pressing in through every bit of danger, but the danger zone is where Slippery exists. They're going to be able to get a fat kill, a final kill here in this round. The first 80% of that has gone to the fuel. Fanshawe, I mean, whenever you have two big ultimates like that, you have the null command. Apparently, we don't even want that Marshall. Just chuck it off the bridge. You just have confidence to in excess, and you can just walk into sites like that.
Doing just that, right? They walk whatever position they want. They don't even do sites sometimes. They go for the mid control, and the mid presence has been absolutely insane coming in from Fanshawe. Up 3 rounds now, looking to push in towards A main, but the operator soon enough. Never mind, the gravity well pushes the operator right side, and Fanshawe, they have opened up opportunities over here at A.
And that would have been very bad for Moses. They just went full investment into that wonderful little operator, but it's going to be Auntie J that does get a spray down through the dark cover to get rid of Alco as the lockdown is being enforced, and now trying to be able to catch him from crosshairs and crossfire with that Hunter's Fury. Will they press back out? There's a bit of a one-way kind of sitting right now here into this cubby outside of tree. Big Homie waiting for anyone to get overly aggressive. It's a 2-on-1 if they do be able to find him. Oh, and Big Homie and Dakota are going to send them straight to the floor. So what was a massive diff, 5v2, has lessened to just 3.
Alright, I like what I see from RPI here. Up by a single man advantage, which could turn fatal right here. Swift could find both, and yes, he does. Takes down both of these players, and RPI right back in and take their second round victory. 4-2, and Monkey, this is what you'd want to see, right? A close matchup. Like we said before, 5-2 is their current scoreline there on the standings. And beating a team like Fanshawe is gonna be making sure that they face JMU in the next round, who are currently 8-0. Monkey, 8-0 in the seeding.
Yeah, that's one that you would expect right now Fanshawe to kind of be focused on. You definitely want them to be as focused as possible when it comes to this current play. But, I mean, you know that a behemoth awaits whomever should survive this particular matchup. Getting a little bit of aggressive, that's going to be another trade of sustain. Does get rid of Mandingo, who has been leading the charge as the initiator for their squad. They get rid of the turret, so no extra intel to be seen as they process their way through B main. The Nebula comes out to see if they can trap anyone anyone in the gravity well, and though the flank, or rather the sidestep comes in to punish those that could be more aggressive, it'll be Moses that finds the opposite BattleBot. That'll be the KO dropping, and the defense is finding wins here and there. A team ace to finish out round 7, and you know, as good as Fanshawe is, they're being punished and just losing these duels.
And you love to see it. Honestly, I'm all in for the underdogs here. RPI doing such a good job. You'd see, you know, Fanshawe winning multiple rounds in a row, and you see them absolutely dominating the competition in terms of presence. And now RPI, they have their number. They've figured out their strategy, and they're looking to make this comeback. 2 rounds straight in a row for them, but still economy all right for Fanshawe side, so they'll have another gun round going their way.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of bonus credits for Fanshawe for a lot of these different times, but you're gonna have a big round right here to make sure that they stay on the dominant side of this hill. But it's gonna be Moses that's finding a lot of value on a bunch of these operator kills, a big spray down, and as the defense continues to hit the right way, the Cosmic Divide will drop, and so that's gonna separate Heaven from the rest of our tiny Earthlings that are just waiting on the other side of A. But this is a rough position. The Owl drone will go out, will tag Big Homie, and they're kind of stuck across into this crossfire with Dakota, who does have the bomb. They were the last 2 living in that remainder round where it was a 2v5. They nearly came away with it when it became 2v3. You do have to keep their head on a swivel though, because they got killed when they didn't know that there was some presence in mid.
And now they're all aware. RPI is aware that both of these players are present over at A main. They could look to push. They could look to make this flank possible. But it seems like Killjoy, you know, he's playing a very patient game. He doesn't want to go for these individual duels. And RPI, you love to see the amount of patience that they have right here. 30 seconds left here in this round, and it seems like Fanshawe might be in for a sweet ride should they decide to push in towards the A side, and it seems like they will. RPI Moses takes down Big Homie just like that. Dakota should be looking to make a save here. However, he pushes right out, taken down immediately, and RPI, they've tied it all back up.
Yeah, that was just kind of a, all right, do I find my hero moment? Do I get 4 kills, or do I take a giant 50 cal bullet straight to the noggin and die? Well, the latter option is what they decided to do. And, you know, if they get the credit bonus, they're going to be in the same kind of situation as the rest of their team. They're going to play off the hero rifle. You will have 1 Vandal getting bought, and otherwise light shields and marshals in the gang. Actually, 2 Vandals, so they did have just enough to kind of persist through and into this round. But they're buying for next, the eco round, and you know, ever since Moses picked up that operator, they've had a much bigger, more, I guess, advantageous position, because they've just had the kill button ready to go on that jet. With the Odin in Swift's hands, though, they're trying for the dog play, and the dog just isn't barking.
And it seems like Fanshawe Fury, and they'll be reconsidering their option towards pushing towards B. They heard the Odin, they're like, yeah, we're gonna be heading right out towards mid now. And mid's where they shine, right? We've seen them apply a lot of pressure here on the mid side, and now presence completely in their favor. We see 3 players over at mid. Astra, Dakota hanging out here. Might just find the Omen should he decide to push in further. Does he do it? It's a Sheriff versus Phantom. Dakota seems like he'll go down first. The smoke, the timing works out for Ronnie J, and Dakota goes down early. The controller already down, and Monkey is going to be even more hard for Fanshawe to make a play here.
Yeah, and you got Moses kind of keeping main control through Marketplace. Mandingo does get a nice wall bang, and they're going to try and present some pressure. They're going to get the spray on that wall bang, so Alco does take out a big piece from the board. God. They get another one, a 3K, as the wall bang comes through as well. Be able to take down Swift. No Odin in hand, but a couple of hurt players will be all up to Mandingo. Be able to get this retake in 1-on-2. Do they expect them to be as close as this here in CT? They're going to have to walk it up. You know Alco is going to probably be that bait. Have the 0-point knife. They don't find anyone in main nor in logs. And they're going to try and take away that early space. Get rid of the bots. But it's enough of a distraction. Battle bots. It's going to be Alco that's able to take him down. That's a 4K. What a presence from Alco to really flip around momentum in favor of Fanshawe.
You know, I thought that'd be hard for them. Dakota went down, and we were like, okay, this is gonna be tough. Alco, I mean, we only got a few duelists and a Sentinel hero there. How did they manage to take this one? Well, Alco showed me how. Right there, taking down 4 in that entire round. 5-4, Fanshawe, they take the lead back again. But once again, like I said, RPI, their presence still very much dominant on the defensive side, so they could bring it right back.
Definitely can. I mean, this has been a team that's kind of been running with the momentum, and now with the hail went up, that should get ruined. Oh, they look up! Completely baited! Moses just looks up and stares at the pinata and the giant stick they have, thinking that they can swing it down, but then they get absolutely just slammed, and that one's going to be rough, as you're going to have to watch from the sideline. So a 5-2 Fanshawe right back in a very advantageous position, trying to be able to win this duel, though. Sustain doesn't get against Mandingo, who was the last remaining survivor. They get a second. It's winnable. 30 HP. That's about 10 HP to, use against each of these players. They get 3. Oh, it's a 1v2. Do they find it from distance?
I'm still processing what happened at the start of the round. You make a play like that, you deserve to take this win. And the Jet taken down immediately with that operator second. Mandingo won't be surviving for much longer as Alco takes down and finds the third kill. 4 and 3 in the last 2 rounds. 6-4 as we head into the second last round of this half. We might just be seeing an eco coming in from the defensive side. The economy is still looking pretty good, but I believe they could be looking for a save so they could get it going in the last round of this half.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna buy up into this. They're at least gonna have a sheriff onto Moses because I think they're gonna have the Blade Storm, so they're gonna prioritize at least going for higher lethality into this matchup. They're gonna have some credits remaining. Some is better than none. It just depends on how this happens. They're not gonna allow this to run easily into an 8-4, so they're gonna try and make some mega resistance. The lockdown.
Okay.
Flirting with it. It will be planted, so they're gonna try and clear site B, try and push them away from Marketplace.
It's gonna be a fun take here. Fanshawe Fuel now looking to push towards B side with the ult in hand. It's a limit. I mean, he could have used that. Okay, they could have used the Sova darts for the ult. They decided against it, but it seems like Fanshawe Fuel could not get a presence there on the B side because their original plan was to take A just like that. As Moses does find one, but Fanshawe, they've secured A side, then they've secured the plant.
What a feint to just go all in on the lockdown. Maybe get a 3K.
Okay.
Yes, you do, Slippery. You step straight into the fray. Do not be afraid at all. Maybe a quick spray to be able to get a 4. Ace forthcoming. Let him have it. Slippery is going to try and hunt him down. They're saying no Ace, and they got to do it against their doppelganger in Moses, who's hanging out all the way on main A. Will they find them from the back corner? They're saying don't shoot. Just let him see him. Let me see him. Come on, Ace. Oh, not gonna happen. All right, big homie, that's fine. You hold that angle. It's so generous of Slippery to give him to him. But what a feint. That was such a good decoy play. Use the lockdown, get everyone to bite, clear it open sight, and then take control.
They had me fooled. So
yeah,
it's a pretty good out.
That was
of course, heading into the next one. Well, we got this last round, Monkey. This last round in this first half. The money still looking all right, with light shields coming in from the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Should they be able to hold down this side for long? We'll find out soon enough. Fanshawe, they've taken multiple rounds in a row now, and they've found their footing right back now as we see a first few utilities coming in. We know who is present over at A main. Slippery with the Blade Storm in hand, looking to find the first one, which he will. And mid presence is once again in their favor. Look at the confidence on this man. He doesn't care about the reveal. He says it'll peak. Come on, as we talk about him. Alco finds 2. And RPI down to their last man would not be surviving for much longer here as a 5v1 going in Fanshawe's favor. Ani J does find 1. And I believe that is the spike. Okay. He's still in it.
You did have Slippery creating a lot of space, and they're trying to be able to jump peek. This isn't Call of Duty, but this is a quick shot, as you're able to get that 8-4 to happen. And yeah, Slippery with the cojones on that player to be able to just stand there like, look, I'm not going away. This game is about how just precise that you can play. And they were actually using the recon bolt to their advantage, saying, you can see me. Come on, let's do this. Duel me out in open space. But no one showed up to go party, so they went to go party in their house. Man. We flip halves, though. So, Flater, this is a 4-8. It is much more winnable than a 9-3, a 10-2, an 11-1. But, only just. You gotta feel like this team is like, all right, must win this pistol round.
Absolutely, the pistol round win essential for the RPI side, but considering how Fanshawe were on the offense, we shall see if they're able to hold out something similar on the defensive side here. And once again, the Astra is gonna be helping do wonders here, and it's a bit of a map controlling situation coming in from Rensselaer as we see the spike from Ani J. Alono hanging over at B main, going up against the mechanical god. Slippery takes him down, and they know where the spike is, so rotations will be coming in. Sustain holding this angle pretty well. Could be finding Moses right here with a burst. He does find the headshot, but Moses takes him down early. And a 4v4 here. The spike hanging out at mid.
I gotta think that Slippery was definitely playing much more priority to life, and which, you know, is always a high priority when you're this good of a killer. I think they had 15 kills to match their counterpart. Yeah, and so they were just, you know, 30 kills between those two. Stay alive and thrive. Oh, bit of a burst from that frag grenade. They're going to have another blind as well to be able to create a little bit more and get themselves down this lane. A quick recon dart to see anyone. Oh, and Mandingo stands their ground, the same as Slippery. So the bomb will be planted. This is going to be a 3-on-2. RPI has been able to kind of split the difference between Fanshawe's defense.
Well, you love to see it. You love to see the kind of plays RPI is making here. Like we said, the win here absolutely essential, and they have the sight for it. Diggy now in a great position to find this retake, and yes, he does. He finds one. Swift to take down Alco, and 5-8 is going to be the scoreline. Rensselaer, guns in hand, will be looking to take multiple rounds in a row.
And you have me turn a corner like that, and the first thing I need to click is someone's face. I'm going to be hitting that wall. And, you know, shout out to them to be able to get that trade and make sure that becomes a 2-on-1 in their death. So 5-8, great position. Be able to play up into a little bit of extra weaponry. And, you know, you will see a Phantom on the field if Mandingo does go into that light buy, or rather that light shield buy. So this is a position that RPI would love to be able to move into. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute is just 3 rounds away, but it's going to be Fanshawe that probably saying, all right, we've seen this all before. And because this is very much...
Oh, my God.
Oh, a shorty play. Didn't think we'd see this much firepower in such a short amount of space.
Oh, but the Spectres are doing a lot of damage here, and even after going down to 11 or 50 health for the Omen and Sova, they still managed to take down side. The door's done and shut. And of course, Fanshawe, big homie, last man alive with the classic in hand. I don't believe this retake is possible, but once again, this is Valorant. Everything and anything can happen. But so far, I believe this is going to be another round for Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, making the scoreline 6-8.
Is that the not dissimilar This is Rocket League call? This is Valorant. If they were able to finish this out and like basically ace out with the classic, then that definitely would be Valorant. If we were able to find at least one, can't quite find the second dink. They were trying to make it happen for you, Flater, but it will be a 6-8. Fairly intensive 6-8, especially when you think about how much they need to hold those creds and have that weapon diff in favor of RPI to really continue to snowball and catch up to Fanshawe. But Fanshawe's in a much better position right now to take advantage.
And once again, a free classic took down 2 Spectres. So, like you said, a very expensive round for the Fanshawe side. Guns still looking pretty alright. We see a Marshall, 2 Vandals, and a Spectre coming in from the offense here. And Fanshawe looking all Vandals throughout the way. So 6-8, Rensselaer. This is their time to shine. This is their ultimate test here on the offensive side.
Yeah, this is going to be about how you play from not just the deficit, but also from I guess a bit of focus. That's going to be Moses that takes out Slippery. That is huge. You take a big player off the field for Fanshawe, so everything seems a little bit better, more winnable, and just is able to provide you some of that breath of fresh air. And now they have the movement that they can get through mid. Gonna be able to get this trade. Just run and gun. Why not, Diggy? Knock their knees out from under them. That's an upgrade to be able to go in and get that Vandal. They're going to press straight through. But do they win this trade? They do get him gone as Alco will drop. So the 2 biggest killers on Fanshawe are out. It's a 4v1. And they could break the eco of Fanshawe. They're going to have to go back into a save, which may ultimately get us into a tied 8-8.
Oh, you love to see it. Both of these teams are doing such a great job in tying it all back up. We saw Rensselaer taking multiple rounds in a row, and that's what they're doing. Flashes of brilliance there as they take multiple rounds for themselves. And Swift there, I believe, on the flank, does find the last man, sustain. And like you said, Fanshawe now on the light buy here. We'll see a scrappy buy coming in. Stingers, Sheriffs, Marshals coming in from the entire team, which could do some damage. But so far, how Rensselaer has been playing, it's going to be very hard to take this one.
Shout out Sustain on the Frenzy. Frenzy Gang rise up as well as all the sheriffs, but Frenzy Gang best gang. So yeah, this is an interesting position. Fanshawe's allowed a lot of momentum to kind of persist. 4 rounds to end out the first half, really put them in a great position at 8-4, but the first 4 are set and ready to go. That is going to be a death ball, though. The paranoia comes in and they just become, well, a lot of fish in a barrel, and the targets are free for the choosing, but headshots from those sheriffs are easy and freezy. Bit of shock damage will actually be avoided.
Okay.
And wallbang,
Right.
Alco's a killer. They're gonna do it off the Thrifty. Fanshawe, upgrade your weapons. You deserve them.
What happened there? I mean, okay, play with sheriffs throughout the game. You don't even have to switch to the Vandals and Valorant, Vandals and Operator. You don't need them, so might as well just stick to the pistols.
Yeah, just, you know, sheriff all day. Keep those. Gosh. So Fanshawe. You know, I thought this was gonna be 8-8. We go 7-9 instead, and Alco, they will have the null command for maybe a retake. Opposite of that, you do have the Blade Storm that will not be used by Moses, and the Hunter's Fury is in the back pocket of Swift for maybe post-plant holds. So you got to think RPI, a bit of a stumble there. I would have taken maybe a timeout just to kind of be like, okay, whoa, we need to get our wits about us.
Well, it seems like no eco for them. They're going to be heading straight towards B side here. But they're looking to get it. But once again, we see a KJ right there. A lot of utility being used from that side. Dakota gets spotted out here at high mid. Might have to step back here. Diggy just holding down that position. And we might just see a retake coming in. We might just see a rotation coming in from the RPI side. Moses hanging out around for a little while longer. Does have the Blade Storm in hand. It's not going to matter. Big Homie takes him down immediately. And Fanshawe, now at a man advantage, will look to push in closely. Dakota, like we said, is already in a great position. Is cutting off the rotations here from both the spawn and defense. So, pretty tough spot here for Rensselaer.
Swift better not repeat that operator. That is basically an easy kill. They are going to be caught in some quick crossfire, especially because they have their Astra all the way up in mid. The lockdown, looking to take some position on site if they can. And so they're going to do that here, but they're also going to try and create some easy space or some quick space off of the Hunter's Fury. A couple of traded Furies. Is this an episode of Dragon Ball Z? We're just throwing Kamehameha waves at each other. Sistane is able to find them from out in Boathouse, but they'll be traded out. Alco gets 2 off of the grenade and off of a kill, and Slippery comes in and says, Swift, you dodged me the first time, not the second. They hit double digits first.
Double digits for them, and of course we see our Rensselaer, right? They had the right idea, they went for the ult. However, the entry frags not working out perfectly well for them. Like you said, the operator already doing a number at mid. Now did the same over at B side. The KJ's utility not helping their cause. Rensselaer down by 3 now as Fanshawe edge slowly towards the victory.
Yeah, this is slow but steady. And they've kind of stumbled a couple times. They have gotten a couple most recently, but it is up to RPI, these wonderful Red Hawks of Rensselaer, to be able to get some value out of their sheriffs the same way that Fanshawe did. It's going to be Moses that's actually operating on the Blade Storm. They saved that just in case and for this exact moment because it's still high lethality from distance with precision. They're going to be able to prove that they can do it. Slippery looking for the head of Swift, but Swift is swiftly going to get out of there as they go into logs and be able to create a little bit of defense for themselves. The dark cover will keep Slippery at bay. It's going to be Swift that's holding this tight angle right around from mid-market. So it becomes a 3-on-4. Do you peek it? Oh, you do, and you get vengeance in a hurry.
Oh, you love to see a Swift with the Sheriff. Swift on the kill, finds the operator, and just like that, things are looking a lot better for RPI here. Like we said, Fanshawe, they've stumbled a few times, and this just might be another one of those moments. Swift still once again on the Sheriff, looking for more kills. Moses out through the smoke, finds Dakota's head, and I mean a bit of a whack situation there coming in from Moses as a 4v1 for Alco. Vandal in hand, should be looking to make a save here for the next round. Cannot get away as Swift runs up to him with the Sheriff in hand, takes him down. 8-10 is the scoreline.
Man, you gotta think, with that one Blade Storm knife cutting through the nebula, the stars straight up aligned to be able to make that happen. And it's now going to be operator in hand for Moses. Shadow Moses, if you will, as they've been casting a long Swift shadow, though? Question mark? Swift is going to have the operator. Are they going to be going over the mid to make this duel happen? It doesn't seem we're going down catwalk. It's looking to be A main, and it looks like we're going to run it down behind the mighty shoulders of Mandingo with this null command. Yes, we are. So BattleBot does shout, and we're going to go all out.
All out towards the A side is the plan here for RPI, but Alco takes down his counter immediately, and not just his counter, he's taken down 3 players as Moses here with the trade, takes down 2, but it's going to be a 1v3 here for Swift, who swiftly tries to waste the situation, but cannot survive for much longer as he finds 1. 5 health to his name though, operator in hand, all he needs is 1 kill to make it a 1v1, and it all starts right here. Does he go with the peak? Sustain, catches him through the wall bang, and 8-11 is going to be the scoreline. Trading blows here, Rensselaer and Fanshawe, but Fanshawe, they're edging closer towards victory ever so slightly, 2 rounds away from taking this first game.
See, the only unfortunate thing for RPI, they've been able to play in lockstep with Fanshawe, trading blows, big haymakers, big shots, whatever boxing level metaphors you want to be able to give it, but it's still from a deficit. 2 more rounds and Fanshawe will be able to get map number 1 before we head over to Bind. And so they got to be able to create some level of confidence and some snowball effect to keep Fanshawe from finding their footing. This is going to be a true rifle round. The operator's still in the hands of Fanshawe. Swift is testing the waters. Jiggle Peaks will not be punished for anyone that's kind of sitting there with an operator, but they're going to see one, or at least one bit of intel from main site. You had a heavy hold over towards B. The Killjoy will come on back. So this sideline, Owl Drone does identify. They're going to create some extra space as Moses is going to try and go all the way to hell, maybe to send someone to heaven.
It seems like Moses is going to be the first one to put down Dakota as Ani J follows up with Sustain's death, and it's going to be a 5v3 here. Rensselaer, they're looking to make it a 9-11. Fanshawe on the 3-man player, looking to make this retake happen. It's not going to be easy as we see RPI. They're positioned out perfectly well over at site. Everybody holding down each and every angle perfectly well. Big Homie, however, pushes in. He finds 1, traded out by Diggy. Alco finds 2, and just like that, I'm in a 2v2 position here, and it's a really good chance for Fanshawe to make this comeback possible. Both of these players down at heaven, taken down by the Molly, and IJ on the other side, taken down by Homie as he jumps down, takes his head off, and 8-12 is going to be the scoreline. What a retake coming in from Fanshawe, Fuels.
Oh, it was hell versus heaven as the Valkyries and the Devils were really kind of fighting each other in that. A great drop down kill immediately. Sometimes getting that movement accuracy to refocus after you especially drop like that in that position is really tough. Alco though, shout out, 27-11 right now. Mans is going off. Sleeper is the one that started off. They're going to get some of the most clutch kills, but it's behind the mighty shoulders of that robot and Alco that this squad in Fanshawe has been able to find some key wins. That duel, you had both of them hanging out in hell. You had the fragment grenade that came out and was able to get rid of Moses and then ultimately just isolate Swift in a 2v1. So now it's up to RPI. They're in a desperate situation. They got to be able to win these, but that's gonna be a great kill off of the util. Owl Drone confusing them. Diggy gets 2 to start things off.
Okay, just like that, off the confusion, getting 2 kills with Big Homie there to make a difference with the spray. Does find 1, even though it took a while, and Diggy there to find the 3rd as well. So Rensselaer, they're not out of this yet. They can't let this round slip away just like that. They're looking to make a difference, and Dakota right here cannot do anything against the wrath of Moses. He takes him down. A 4v1 for the KJ, and I do not believe Sustain with the Odin in hand. Okay, the Vandal in hand will be able to do much here as he pushes in through heaven. And now Monkey in a 4v1 here has the ult in hand. What does he do? Does he peek in immediately? Does he go for an ult play? Does he spend his ult right now, or does he leave it for someplace else? It seems like he might just be going for dry peeks here. Goes for the peek here. Checks out a few angles. Finds 1. Okay, taking down economy. That's what matters as well. Sustain doing a bit of a number. Down to 26 health. Should be looking to make a save right about now. And it seems like he wants to hang out for a little while longer. Not taken down yet. Still 2 bullets to his name. Pushes down with 2 bullets. And can he get knifed? No, he doesn't. Moses takes him down to the Vandal. What happened there?
They didn't know where each other were. They had such a close hold on heaven while just hanging out really on that perimeter of hell. But here's exactly what Sustain was doing. They knew that they have the economy differential in their favor, and they also know that they have 4 rounds up on top of RPI. If they lose that one, the biggest thing that they want to have him do is create a ton of damage, and that's to force the rebuy. That's what you're seeing right now. It's gonna be kind of broken and weird. You called it scrappy buys. That can definitely come out to either side depending on who kind of moves into this. Owl Drone will identify at least 2 existing in the cubby from Catwalk, and now Big Homie looking to get some extra chip damage and hole damage onto anyone that's hanging out of B main. So it's going to slow them down as 9-12. Either side in a position to be able to win it. Is to be able to take map number 1. Fanshawe wants to go the entire way. The Bladestorm will come through. Oh, they do see one inside tree, but they can't hit the mark.
Oh, it's all about the timing here. Moses still with 4 knives left to his name. Could do a lot of damage as he's just finally deciding to dash in through. Not facing anybody yet. Big Homie, Dakota, they're doing a lot of damage here. Dakota taken down, but Big Homie there to make a difference of 4v2 here. And Fanshawe now look to be the ones in charge. The spike still under control. But where do they go from there? The flank already in motion. He's going to be facing Slippery, who slipped out to the spectator side. Andy Shea takes him down, and it's going to be Fanshawe holding down A side. Now the rotation comes in towards B as well. But let's see what RPI does here.
It's a fake out. Oh, but will Big Homie be the big hero? They've only got 1 remaining. Shock Dart is not going to do it. They do have the From the Shadows ultimate, so they could be able to teleport, but they're going to win this duel. This is the timing! Oh, they give up their temple, but they will also lose their head. It's gonna be Fanshawe that takes it 13-9. RPI was slowly fighting back, but it's a fuel that was all gassed up and ready to go.
Oh, what a game. What a game, Monkey. Well, I mean, okay, so we saw a lot of opportunities for Rensselaer to actually take this win, right? But once again, we saw Fanshawe coming out on top there. We saw some flashes of brilliance from RPI, however, not enough to take down a monster like Fanshawe. So this was, by the way, Rensselaer's pick. And going into the next one, it's going to be even more tough. Going to Bind is going to be the second game, and we'll be back with that very shortly. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, as kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, as kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broken, I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 wrists. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, as kids, that's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did.
And we are back with the second game here, the second match on Bind Fanshawe. Going up against Rensselaer Poly. Rensselaer Poly this time on the attacking side. Now this monkey is gonna be the pick from Fanshawe. So things are looking a little tough over there for RPI.
RPI, they really wanted to be able to come back into that game, and though they had some swift momentum in the middle of that first half, it all just kind of fell apart, and they surrendered 4 rounds in a row. Really could have rewritten the script as to what could have happened, but the woulda, coulda, shoulda is written in the stats, and we have to move over into our second map. If you weren't here for the map bans before, well, guess what? We went Ascent to start things off. We're going Bind, and the decider will be Fracture, but it's Fanshawe that very much has been in control for the most part. They did allow this to get tied, but then they pulled away. When you go over to Bind, this thing has been around since the beta, so you better know it just as much as you know Ascent. It's all about teleportation play, about how to play those outside lanes and want to be able to cruise and crush to go to the mid. I need to know, Flater, whenever I play this map, it's all about your initiators, being dual initiators, or sometimes even dual controllers. Do you have a favorite setup to Bind, or is it just pew pew as best you can?
Okay, now personally, PvP is best you can might just be the way to go for me, but I believe Viper coming in from both the sides should be crucial here, because on a map like Bind, smokes and utility is crucial here. You can't just PvP away, and this is exactly why my win rate on Bind is, I don't know, in negative. So that's exactly why utility very crucial here. We see the Brim and Viper coming in from the Fanshawe side, and should be seeing something similar from RPI here. No Viper, however, Fade and a KO. I'm not sure. Are they going for a utility smoke here? No smokes, except for Ronnie J, of course. So, a pretty classic lineup coming in from both sides. However, Fanshawe with the Viper, so that's what I like to see.
Yeah, I like the combination when it comes to Viper and Brim with the stem, because you get that quick one use utility to be able to kind of really create that burst. Raze is a mainstay, creates so much good space, has the showstopper, the paint shells, and of course that boom bot that really can identify who's hanging out where. You will finally see chambers. We were anti-chamber in the previous match because KO is so prevalent on it, especially with Killjoy being such great util, but the return of chambers onto Bind is truth. Pretty much not exactly a full mirror. You will have that differential of the Viper as well. Well, no, yeah, you had the double hey, hit me with it. You have the Viper on one end, you have the Fade on the other end, and that's pretty much where we sit. Skies on either side as well. So double controller. That's all the key to this game right now for Fanshawe. If they could be able to win this straight out, then I feel like they could be able to take full control when they get onto side as well when it comes to that Viper play.
Hey, and of course, like we said, Viper great on the offense as well as on the defensive side. Currently, we'll see it in the action over on defense. Is of course Fanshawe looking to make a pretty classic play here. We see 3 people over at A side and the chamber hanging out at B. And the thing about chamber here is, coming in from both sides here, absolutely essential for the rotations as well as for the flanks here here on the offense. So a pretty classic lineup, like we've said before. And as the countdown takes down, it's going to be Fanshawe starting us off here, pushing slowly, rather RPI pushing slowly towards B side. We see 4 players hanging out around at A mid. The call comes in from Slippery, who's currently running the chamber as well. The headhunter in hand takes a little bit of damage, but the call is in, and the rotations are coming through.
Yeah, the roll rotation is also occurring. Slippery, I mean, they're on a Sentinel. It's a hungry Sentinel, as they're able to find a lot of kills on chamber as best as they can. And this is Sustain that's actually holding an opposite corner. They were on the Killjoy before, and now they're hanging out here on Raze, looking for the rotation. But this is all of, can we get a kill? Can we get a pick when trying to enter? The Fade is, well, they thought they could be able to get that from high on the roof. They're not gonna be able to get much more than Alco taking them down. Alco, who went 27-12 in our previous matchup, is gonna be burying people as fast as they are possibly able. Mandingo, though, will be able to level the playing field in the 2v3. Oh, they're looking for another one. They do find 2 kills. They cannot heal themselves, and that is the crux of every Sky player. And now this Boombot will be able to inform of where they're hanging out. Mandingo can't get a headshot onto Dakota, who stays cool, calm, and patient in hookah. So the first round, just like the first round of our previous map, goes over to Fanshawe.
And it seemed like Mandingo could have gone for the spike plant immediately when he was in the smoke. However, decided to go for the kill, looking to support his teammate. Could not find it otherwise. And it's going to be, of course, the economy differential is going to be there since the spike wasn't planted. So RPI, guns, pistols all the way through, except for Mandingo rocking the Sheriff. And over on the other side, we got a pretty nice buy there. 2 Spectres, a shotgun as well. So things are looking quite alright for Fanshawe on the defense.
Sustain is about to go full Titanfall on this. They're going to try and quickly use that shotgun to its best use here in short, but they're also just hanging out in U-Haul. That's going to be a couple of quick stinger kills. That will sting at least a little bit, as Big Homie will take down 2, and so you don't lose your spike, but they do hang out in Marketplace on this rotation.
And Dakota, of course, in a really great position, hanging out on that corner, finds 1, and we see the 2 remaining players from Rensselaer now pushing in towards A side. We'll have to face at least 3 players here, and it's not going to be an easy task whatsoever. Mandingo on the Sheriff, heading us in. Can he find his first kill? Yes, he can! And it is a blast of a headshot, of course, coming in towards Viper. Could not find the second one. It's Slippery. The Mechanical God, now in chamber, takes him down. Swift picks the Sheriff up. takes the damage down and scores. This is a very expensive round for Fanshawe. They need to make sure that no more kills happen, and Sustain is going to do exactly that, taking him down. Fanshawe up 2-0.
Hey, and you know what? That's how you work that bulldog. It was gonna be Slippery that was able to make a nice trade from distance, and so 2-0 going the exact same way as we saw before. An RPI though will be on the better portion of weapons. Swift is gonna be enacting. Well, they're gonna have to have that light shield. So, how can you operate for this attack with RPI when it comes to your site takes? I've not seen them go for that more aggressive push off of the toxic screens going into lamps. This is actually going to be Sustain that takes very quick pressure into this position. They're going to have a judge, and so whoever comes through is going to be meeting Judgment Day. But they're going to be surrounding these lanes when it comes to Hookah as well as Long B. But because of the smoke, they're not going to be able to progress very far. So that while they're trying to take position on the outsides of this map, barely able to own the midpoint, especially because Sustain is about to come up and be able to put some damage on. But it's going to be a flying headshot. Swift takes him down.
And you definitely would not expect that kind of accuracy from Swift, who makes the shot like that. It seemed pretty impossible with one as well. Slippery taking it back all the way to side. So we got a bit of an RPI. We got a bit of an offensive situation coming in from RPI there. We see two of the players pushing in towards B side while the other two try to apply some pressure over at A. So a split play overall coming in here in this gun round. It has to prove something, because once again, this is your first gun round and you got to make something happen. Manalingo and Brim leading the charge over at A. Could go for the rotation as and when they need to. Alco takes down Moses, so the rotation seems to be out of the question. Here is Mandingo slowly crawling in towards side. We see Slippery on the classic. Gonna be pretty hard for him to make a difference here, as we see them crawling in, checking each and every angle. Slippery, however, could just do a 2-tap right there, which he does, and he's looking to make another one happen right here. Could not make it, so Ani J takes him down, gets traded out, and the spike should be going down right about now for Ani J, but he decides to peek on for a little while longer. Big Homie takes him down, and Fanshawe take 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, this is not going to have a plant. You were correct. The bomb did, in fact, go down. It just fell to the floor instead of being planted. So, 3 this time around in favor of Fanshawe. They are able to break out and get their bonus, pick up some free upgrades, and that puts RPI in a bit of a pickle. They will be buying into this at least a couple of times. I'm going to wonder if that one will stick or if they're going to regret the force up of Swift. They are on the chamber, so they are going to try and work towards a couple of ult points, maybe off of the Tour de Force, see what they could be able to rock and roll with, and they will have Diggy's Phantom as well. So everyone else in Sheriff Spectres in a little bit of a weird situation, but Slippery is on that Tour de Force in this current round. They're trying to be able to find a lot of early pressure. Alco continues to own the alcove there just outside lamps.
Oh, well, he started off strong. Slippery here flicks right onto Mandingo, and RPI once again on this eco round. Aren't going to be lasting for much longer. They haven't done a lot of damage yet. Diggy still on the Phantom, needs to do a number right here, because Fanshawe, they are sitting on a lot of money. Going into the next one is going to be even more hard for RPI to make a difference, especially in a map like Bind, right? It's all about utility base and how you make site takes. And of course, so far, Rensselaer, they haven't had the best of luck heading into these sites. Ani J on the offense here, and Lamps might just find Big Homie right here, but never mind. Big Homie a little too quick on the trigger, takes down his counterpart immediately, and now Diggy in a bit of a 1v4 here, taken down by the man, the myth, the Alco, who has been doing a number on this offensive side since time immemorial. Both of these games, he's sitting at 6-2 over at Ace, and had, I believe, a 27-25 kill scoreline, so he's doing pretty good here in this one as well.
Yeah, sitting on that initiator presence, I've often been told, hey, don't worry, you're meant to die. I'm like, you know what? No, I want to be a killer. I want to be able to lead this squad. And Alco has proven all initiator mains that can very well happen. One of the biggest reasons right now that we've not seen a lot of success for RPI, do you remember when, especially on the Jet, Moses was able to get so much pressure and wins off of having that operator in hand? We've not been able to see them get that kind of success. And we need to find behind that because they're on the duelist, they're on the raise, and now you're seeing them be able to play with a little bit of extra pace. The swiftness has been brought about. The Brimmy with the Stemmy, they're able to run it through. So now this is a 3-on-2. Ani J's looking for the plant real quick, and that's Moses that does find their first kill. Guess who? It's on to Alco. Looking to be able to get a quick trade. They step away. It becomes a 2-on-1 with Crossfire, and finally playing with some presence of mind, some want to win. RPI finds their first round here on Bind.
Oh, you love to see it. The utilities and the entry finally working in their favor, right? We see 3 of the players pushing in through B main and the presence equally mentioned over at Hookah as well. So they did a pretty good job taking B site here. And now they're looking to do the exact same thing. Hey, if it works, don't change it.
If it does, yes. See, I usually say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, you know, you're correct. Both things true. Slippery will have the operator on that chamber, so watch out. Here comes a Science coming at you as they're going to try and stand their ground against the Prowler, but because that one's been used, they will put more util out there. Why not? To be able to get a guiding light flash, they say, all right, I guess I need to move. 3 bits of util will push me away. The operator shooting over the shoulder of Big Homie. See if they can get a blind fire through the sky smoke, but one does drop. And it's constant deaths occurring for RPI. They have lost every first blood.
Oh, wow.
Nearly losing their hat, though, is Alco.
All right, here we go. And it seems like RPI, you know, they're still considering their option over at B side, but the rotation has come through over towards A shot, Sustain, making sure that they don't peek in immediately. And of course, it's going to be a very tough ask here. A side, definitely one of the harder sides to take here on the offensive side. We shall see if they're able to do so. Sustain spots them out. The call comes in, and the rotation will be coming in very shortly. The Viper wall up, and it is going to be Rensselaer now. Side control, Spike should be going down. Ani J takes one. A 4v4 Swift on the ult. Looking to make few kills happen here as he takes down Sustain. And things are looking quite alright for RPI as it's down to Slippery here on the Headhunter. Looking to make a difference. He does take down one into a 1v2 situation. The operator in hand switches to a Phantom. The wiser choice, of course. One over at Lamps and the other one hanging out over at A short. So it's going to be a very difficult ask for Slippery to make this clutch happen. Does he do it? Gets flashed immediately. Slippery switching between guns here, goes for the Fate Fuse, misses for the first time. The ult comes in, and he's taken down by Ani J there after finding the trade over on Mandingo. 2-4, Rensselaer, they're looking to make a comeback.
That was good use of the ultimate. Orbital strike from distance, nearly the same level of presence. I mean, it's great just post-plant hold and for that kind of util. And Swift is still going to maintain that operator. They're going to buy up into it. But that does create this situation where RPI, because they're still trying to catch up in that 4-2 situation, very, very similar to what we saw in the first half, except they let the first 4 go very quickly into Fanshawe's hands. They're catching up. But opposite to be said, you have an eco that's not exactly super strong for Fanshawe, and they're going to try and stop this momentum from RPI. They're not getting too aggressive, but they do have Slippery in this tight angle around the corner. They have basically been conditioning them to being in Garden, and now do they have the ability to teleport? Yes, they do, so they maintain that. They'll run to U-Haul, and they're very, very hurt. They're going to be asking Alcohol for a heal if they come away from A. But B has had a lot of success. RPI has been prioritizing B if they can, because it presents them, 1, the ability to TP, and 2, flat out getting onto site.
Of course, and it is, like I said, the easier of the 2 sides to take, and the kind of process that they have with the Brim and the Stem, the semis, of course, and of course the Raid Satchels could do a lot of damage here. And so far, they're holding on out here. We see Sustain on the Judge. This could do a number should they decide to push in immediately. And of course, Rensselaer now still holding out this position. They're looking to make the teleport happen. They're thinking about it. Should they go for it? We'll find out soon enough. We got 3 of the players from Fanshawe present over at B side, so Rensselaer would have to do a lot more work to take the side back.
It's still 5-5, and you are going to have them move on in, so they're going to try and create some distance. The Showstopper does not stop any shows of Sustain because they have the Judge, and they're able to get a quick headshot. They're able to take down Diggy, so a 2-man drop will force this RPI to just be a low. So it's going to be Sustain that grabs a 3rd. They hit him with the Judge. Operator in hand. Swift is trying to be able to find some value to it. The Headhunter does a number on him. They're able to get a 4K. They're going to be able to get this plan down. Dakota's going to try and find him. Do they go into the tank? Yes, they do. Oh, they come out! That's the ace for Swift. They're able to make it happen all themselves, and they will get this one for free for RPI.
What?
Yeah.
No. You clip that. Swift on the operator there, the headhunter as well, taking down. How many bullets did he have on the headhunter? I believe it's 8 max, right? How was he able to take down 3 players with the headhunter? And of course, getting that spike down, the quick flick over to the last man, pushing in through the TP. What a play coming in from Swift. That is the play of the entire series, if you ask me. And Rensselaer, they're now only trailing by 1.
Swift, I need it to be known, they didn't get that bomb down. They said, you know what? I'm stepping out from this. I'm not completing the plant. I'm going to move away from tank, and I am going to take a shot. That is how confident they were for when they were popping out of hookah. That is going to be an early kill, as the paint shells will be able to isolate Moses, who really hasn't been able to be as effective on this Raze as they were on the Jet. So if they do survive to map number 3, I mean, I know that it's kind of a meta agent pick and choice, but this lurk also still exists for Swift, as they're kind of holding strong to the anchor that both of the players that are hanging out over there for Fanshawe on side A. So this is a split diff. You got the 3 lean to be able to hit A as fast as they can, but they want the option to go to B if they can. They have the numbers advantage. They don't have the util. So the Seekers do come through, rather the Prowler does, to be able to find them. The Guiding Light is a little half flash, and that's going to be RPI that finds Outco in the back end. They're trying to force this one into a 4-4.
And they're doing a really good job at it as well. The spike should be going down any second, and Big Homie is there to make a difference. Should it go down, the ult in hand could do a lot of damage. Swift on the spike, now pushed away, and it is gonna be a firestorm over at B. And now Fanshawe still at a man disadvantage. They're gonna make a difference right here as we see the peak coming in. They do not check the corner, and that is gonna be their biggest mistake, as Diggy takes down 3 players in total and makes a scoreline 4-4.
Let that be a lesson to every single player that plays this game, especially with communication that is available. I know that you get a little bit of tunnel vision, especially because you see active movement, but if there's 2 of you, someone needs to check a corner. They lined up for him. I know Brim is a chunky, beefy dude, but there's still bullets that can go through him. As Captain Cheeks hits the ground, so is their opposite compatriot. So the 2-on-3 retake doesn't occur, and RPI finds 4 in a row. So a bit streaky here tonight, Flater, for both these teams.
And they're feeling pretty good, and now we see the defense on a bit of a scrappy buy here. Alco and the Brim looking to do a number with the Sheriff. It's not going to be easy. The Viper ult does come down as well, but like we said, bind all game, all a map all about teleportations. They could just rotate out right here and decide they go for it, and it seems like they don't even need the teleporter. They're going to be running straight back towards the A side. They know it's a stack, and they don't want to mess with it.
Sustain is not going to get rid of that trademark because they want to keep their presence a little bit incognito. Sneak around as best they can, maybe be able to get themselves a pick of their own. It's still a 5v5. Bit of extra damage onto Alco, who is not able to live very long.
So
that Prowler does
smart.
come out. That is fantastic. They're going to put some paint shells down, so there's going to be some extra chip damage. They do get expended, but I think they actually follow the opposite direction. It will be Swift that swiftly puts down Sustain. Bit of extra big pain. And so this is a 5v4, but for all the util use, only 1 person dies on the defense.
Wow. All right, here's Swift on the operator. He finds another one, and of course, things are looking amazing for the Rensselaer side here. So far as Dakota and Slippery find 2 immediately. Mandingo on the reply finds 1. Trades coming in left, right, and center here as we're down to a 2v2. Slippery still on the ult. Time's running out. The spike looks to be going down very shortly. Mandingo with the flash could turn very fatal here, but he could not connect with the spray, and it's gonna be the spike diffused by Fanshawe, and yeah, they have the time.
Just enough. 0.96, plenty of time, never sweat it out. Off of the blind and just shooting where they can, staying steady in that moment, and as soon as they were able to wink away from that blinding light, they were able to at least identify where Mandingo's hanging out. So it continues to be the same song and dance, Flater. It's RPI catching up, but never getting ahead. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, unable to get a lead as of yet in this series.
Well, they're looking to make it happen right here, like you said. 5-4 now, Monkey. Rensselaer, you know, taken 4 rounds in a row, but finally we see the reply coming in from Fanshawe. And of course, a minute and 30 seconds remaining here. We shall find out if Fanshawe can continue this this round victory right here. Slippery on the operator. It's not going to matter though, as we see Rensselaer heading in towards B site here. Could go for the rotation, and it's a pretty straight up game here for Rensselaer, right? They go towards side, check how the information is, go for the first few utility peaks. If there's nobody, you push in. If there are a lot of people, rotate out.
Yeah, seeing where they can go for the position of least resistance. Oh, and Slippery. So thank you, observers, for going back and forth. We saw Slippery and Swift staring at literally the same wall, like just looking straight at Cubby in short A, and I was like, all right, who's turning to their left? Who's turning dead? Slippery is able to find a second one here, as this becomes a 2v5, and again, it's Slippery who is coming in for big clutch kills. If Alco can't get it, Slippery can, and they're gonna have to find a full squad in front of them here on site A. They want to be able to have as heavy of weapons as they can going into these later rounds, with only 2 remaining after this 10th, but they're up against it. This is a tough position. They're gonna keep that Nightfall that they were flexing the possible use thereof on the side B, but I think they may actually just gonna lean away into this save. They've got 15 seconds to execute anything, and I don't think anything's gonna manifest.
And of course, like you said, the Nightfall could be very useful in the later rounds of this first half, if and when you are forced into an eco. Of course, as of right now, that isn't the case. Rensselaer, they run out of time, and time being of the essence, they'll be taking these guns right into the next round. Fanshawe over at 6. 2 more rounds left in this half, and Rensselaer, this might just be a very tough call for them to make this comeback.
Yeah, Swift, they're 12-8. Not going to be able to have much going to this round. They may just kind of get some headhunter rounds and kind of run away with that. You have nearly true rifles. You do have the good and bad cabbages with Diggy and Mandingo. You got the Seekers and you got the Nightfall with some of those Prowlers that can be able to really put some pressure on if they want to here in this attack. I feel like RPI wants to find some good success, and then will be Swift walking it in off of the Headhunter. They're going to play kind of a buddy system alongside Moses right outside of it. Oh, Moses is able to sidestep and get rid of Big Homie, and now they're going to play a little bit of bait. Alco stuck in that corner. They're being surrounded on all sides. Nightfall does come through. The Guiding Light's able to get a little bit of pressure as well as extend it. Expend it, though, will be Moses, as their life will be taken away, and some quick healing off of the regrowth will occur. And this is now 5-2, equal but opposite. Deja vu.
It really is. Fanshawe now down to a 1v5 here. Slippery, operator in hand. Good look to do a bit of damage, but Swift pushes in early. Slippery goes down. 6-5 is the scoreline, and Rensselaer, they're looking to make this comeback happen. We thought it's gonna be hard for them, but they make it look so easy. A near flawless victory coming in from Rensselaer as they look to make this first half 6-6.
Moses may not be leading the squad like they were in the previous game, but Swift is being able to really kind of step into that position, but Moses is getting the kills when they need it. They defended Swift inside of Hookah, and that could have been a massive turnaround. They get an operator for free. This is full rifles. We got an operator on each side, full ARs on either end, all shields running and gunning. Do we see this get tied up? RPI trying to be able to take this map, maybe send a 6-6. Swift takes out Slippery. The Seekers come out, and they're going to start running up into A.
There we go, the first few utilities being used. People detected Diggy pushing in through A main, but here's Moses, like you said, leading the charge here on towards side, finding the first one. He's looking for more. He has the ult in hand. He could go for it as and right now, which he does sustain, however. Hides himself almost immediately, not for much longer though, as he goes for the peak, finds the trade, and it's gonna be a 2v4, even more hard for Fanshawe to make this comeback, and it might just be 6-6 as Swift is very swift with the operator. Alco, last man alive. Will he be surviving for much longer? He finds the first one, pushed back by the Molly. A 1v3 here. Monkey is going to be a very tough call for him to make this comeback.
It is. They're going to go for a full amount of bullets into that Phantom. They're going to look at the operator saying, no thank you. That's a bit of wall spray. They're going to have to get the transfer. Okay. Oh, but it's not going to happen. Diggy steps up, steps out, steps in. We go 6-6 through the first half of play. RPI has to force this through Fanshawe to get to Fracture to stay in the playoff hunt. We're in the open preliminaries right now, going through all these teams. They were able to run it through this fun fall season, this fall split of the regular season. All these squads were able to make it to this upper percentage of teams that were just having winning records. And now you're saying who's going to be the winningest of them to make it to the quarterfinals. What do you think about RPI holding their nerve, really be able to kind of support each other, and Swift at 15-9?
Hey, they want to see the Fracture 6-6. Like they made this comeback, taking 3 rounds in a row after that slight setback coming in from Fanshawe, where they take it to number 6 on the scoreline. Now Rensselaer over on the defensive side here, and we see Fanshawe looking to make a difference over on offense, pushing in towards B side. B main is going to be the name of the game here, but so many people flashed away. The trade, however, does come out from Alco as Mandingo does take one down, but where's the presence at Hookah, because they've just pushed on right through and they've taken side just like that.
It's a 4-on-2. Don't know if someone in Hookah died. Actually, no, they had 2 hanging out in Garden, and so you can't watch your back if your buddy is dead that was supposed to be watching it with you. So rotation will occur. That's going to be RPI that's stuck in a bad situation here in the opening minutes. Prowler is going to try and take out this tight corner, but it's a crossfire hanging out from here in tunnel. They're going to see at least one. That's a lot of bullets and no one dying. How is everyone still there? They're looking for the knife kill. Big Homie says Frenzy's superiority is king. And everyone looked at each other. No one died off of that spam. And then they just start saying, you know what? Knife fight. Let's get in. Let's go.
Oh, great plays coming in from Fanshawe there. It's taking that side, and of course, one of the biggest mistakes on the defense, letting Hookah stay empty. And of course, they went for the flash, right? And I was surprised they could only find one off the flash from Alco. Unfortunately, it's not gonna matter. Mandingo, rather, I said Alco. 7-6 now. Rensselaer down by 1 here in the second half. And of course, on a map like Bind, the offensive side is where it matters, right? You have the guns, and of course, you could do a number if you have the utility management, right?
Oh yeah, this is a site, or this is kind of a field for this kind of map that can be so small and then so large, depending on where you're able to end up. Sistain's still in a bad situation. That's a lot of chip damage as Big Homie is able to get a bunch of kills, but a ton. 4 will drop, and Alco will be able to just kind of waltz right in, unafraid. Bit of extra spam BM at the end, saying, you know what, you guys caught up to us, but enjoy looking at our bumper because we are full-fledged running it down at high velocity away from you. They take the first 2. If it becomes the same weak as the first half, Fanshawe could get to 10 before RPI even gets their first.
Absolutely, and so far, Fanshawe, they're doing a wonderful job on the offensive side. However, this now is the ultimate test for Rensselaer. We see the guns coming in throughout, except for Swift. I'm not sure what he has going on there. Once again, it is going to be a tough ask for Fanshawe to make a call here because, once again, like I said, the guns not in their favor. Moses now checking over at side. The smokes come in. That nade is going to do a lot of damage. And we see Sistane pushing in with the judge. Does not find Moses immediately. But the spike will be going down, and Fanshawe, they're looking to take another round here.
You saw the little toss by Moses to put that blast pack just on the other side of the truck, and that actually does stall the plant, and so that's going to keep them from going through. They don't want to take any more chip damage when it comes to util spam, so they will run it away. Auntie is not able to get a kill. In fact, is sprayed down by Big Homie, who's going to be able to get an upgrade if they want to. Slippery still has that Bulldog, going to get a quick transfer onto CT, and it's a 4v4 hold. Bit of extra damage, though, on Fanshawe as they try to hold it for their very lives onto this bonus. Slippery looking from opposite side of tunnel. They'll be dropped. A quick trade as Alco finds Mandingo. Diggy does the same. It's initiator via initiator, and everyone basically gone. They have to be able to get this defuse. Orbital strike in hand. Now they have to go after Big Homie, who's been so lethal with the stinger, and they get the dink, they will sink. Dakota is a great lurk angle. Can they get rid of one? They do not get the second as Diggy comes up big with a 3K, and the defuse will come through.
All right, here we go. Once again, the defense does hold on strong. Rensselaer, like we said, it was going to be a tough ask for a Fanshawe to take this round, considering the gun disadvantage, and they made it work. It was cut close, though. So, a bit of a scrappy bite there on the defensive side. We see the Spectre and the Bulldog coming in, and Monkey. This has been an extremely close game in the second half as well. Fanshawe did take the first 2 rounds, but Rensselaer, they're looking to make this comeback right here, right now. Now, moving on to this potential equalizing round against Fanshawe. Do they make it happen?
I mean, I want them to do it. Fanshawe has been in a position just like these before, and they've allowed RPI to kind of stick with them. We saw it go 9-7, though, and again, Sustain is trying to be able to play the blitz game, and I like the confidence that Sustain brings, as well as all of Fanshawe. As soon as Fanshawe is in a position of advantage, they are unyielding for any kind of relentlessness that they want to give against RPI. The bomb will be getting planted right outside of the truck. And you're going to have that guiding light to just kind of sling and swing around. What an artistic way to be able to find it. But that Haunt is going to look for anyone to tag. Sadly, Casper's Ghost is no one's friend, and they will shoot them down. So it's a 4v3 post-plant hold for Fanshawe. So they do see at least one here in U-Haul. They know that they're at distance based on that one-way. Becomes a 2-on-2. The Seekers will be expended. Alco is going to chase away, digging in on TJ. They have to get this defused as they finally want to make it 8-8. But the spray down from either side, it just isn't written in the stars. RPI comes so close to getting tied up. But again, Fanshawe 9-7, and they're one step away from double digits.
Is those minuscule positioning plays, right? We see one of the players over at short and the other one on the crossfire present over the other side of the site. And of course, that is how you make these post-plan situations work in your favor. Fanshawe, they've done exactly that, taking up by 2 rounds here in the second half. And like you said, only one away from double digits every single member. Alco, Big Homie, and Slippery doing a number as now. But those 3 on the Vandal. On the defensive side, on the offensive side here, looking to do a number, and they're looking to move towards B side. The Spike, you know, he's just hanging out alone. They haven't decided where to take it yet.
That's a big default move, and that's because they're trying to identify where they can get their biggest picks. Well, B-site is free, so if they can at least get one to rotate, I think that's Slippery, from Showers over, then they've got it for free. That's a big judge kill as well by Sustain. Slippery does eventually eliminate Moses, so it becomes a 1-on-4. 10-7 seems inevitable, but it's not quite when Diggy is still alive. Prowler's going out to prowl. We'll see if anyone's coming up at him. So as they rotate away, 2 will go to A side. It becomes a duel on B. Does Diggy hear the plant? I think they did. So they're going to rotate away. So the feint will not occur. They hear the rotation on the TP as well. So they know what's in front of them. There's a fiery wall of Fanshawe fuel. There's been a lot of fuel to light this fire. And they're going to be able to get one from distance. On the turn. Not quite. Sustain is able to maintain.
Alright, well, Sustain has been on the judge for, I don't know, what, 5 rounds in a row now, and this man is unhinged. He's like, you know what, the judge's working here, so I might as well stick to it. And of course, that helps his entire team, right? We see him and he's just passing on the battle to his teammate. So, the economy handler for Sustain, might I add, and doing a bit of damage here and there, it is a bit of a plus. So, up by 3. Fanshawe now hitting double digits. Economy looking good, but Rensselaer on the money as well. An operator from Swift could do a lot of damage, and of course, it seems like they're going to be heading right into his crosshair as the Spike look towards the main.
You know, whenever this game first came out into beta, I was very much a pro shotgun and run around type player. I was told that's not how you're supposed to play this game, but you know what? I can't be told otherwise. Alco is telling Swift that the operator will be put to rest. Sustain continues to lay down the gavel with the judge as they just plant someone to the wall via a flurry of bullets. Big Homie deletes Moses from the TP, and this is all just going wrong for RPI. They're going to be in a bad situation because the 11th round in the back pocket of Fanshawe is all but inevitable, and they're going to be at a massive eco deficit. RPI, Auntie J, going to be able to win at least one trade. They make it slightly more expensive for Slippery.
Oh, things seem to be slipping out for RPI here as taken down by Dakota, who's present over at hookah, making sure Ani J doesn't find any more of these players. And look at the amount of ults over on the offensive side here. Everybody but Big Homie at every single ult ready. And it's a pretty similar situation, so we are about to see a Fury's ults, rockets coming all the way through from both of these sides. And of course, that Viper ult could be very useful to make this second last round happen. I mean, all they need is 2, and that Viper ult could get them right back.
This is a very precarious situation because RPI knows that they have to be able to buy up and they've got to win into this piece. If they do not, the last round is basically a victory lap for Fanshawe. So will the pressure come through? You have some big pressure as you're able to delete Moses from the equation off of that tour de force. Big Homie finds Swift as well. They were 1 away from having their own tour de force. The bomb is kept all the way from backside A, and they're going to rotate it through just in front of CT. Will they be able to find this cross as Mandingo will be all of a level above? Check your car! There's not going to happen. Alco drops, so this becomes doable for RPI. 3, 2, holding site A. The bomb is all the way on basically B, but he's too far separated. They're playing for the double fake. They don't really know exactly where it is. The Seeker identifies that there's at least one as Slippery is falling away from Showers, but because of that, that stalls any rotation. You don't need to rotate. 2 are running it down short side A. This is all for the money. RPI has to win this round or else the next one is basically done.
Absolutely, like we can see the money draining out for them. So Diggy needs to be the one to make a play here. The ult is going to be working out perfectly well for them. Diggy still hanging out in that position. Could it take down both of these players almost immediately, which he does as he takes down the spike. And Slippery just about ready to make this 1v3 happen. Has the Phantom and the ult in hand, but of course with time ticking down, he might just be running out of the same. Diggy in the exact same position, puts down Slippery as well. And RPI, they say to us and everybody watching that they're not out of this yet.
Whew. That is a sweat fest because RPI now gives themselves a buffer. Swift is going to have no buffer because they have to buy all in to an operator, but they will have Mandingo and Diggy to maybe help them out in later terms. Still, full power weapons for the side of Fanshawe before they ultimately hit match point. Will be series point. It'll be next round of playoffs point. Well, that's a point that RPI is going to try and deny them for as long as they possibly can. Do they be able to get this peak? No. Swift will put down Slippery, and this one is slowly slipping as the tides will turn, but 3 are hanging out inside of Garden. What a swing. They're ready to take down anyone that came at them.
And the ult comes in from Fanshawe as well. It's gonna be extremely hard to make the spike planted down, considering Sustain on the ult could take down 1, and Moses, rather, was the one on the ult, takes down 1. Dakota and Big Homie find 2 as well in this I have no idea what's going on. Big Homie, how's that Mandingo? Like I said, it's chaos. Nobody knows where everybody else, and we're down to a 2v2 here as the dust settles. It's gonna be a 2v2 with the spike planted down in Fanshawe's favor, 1 round away from a game point. So Rensselaer, it all comes down to this. You gotta take this round in your favor. Diggy and Swift slowly pushing in towards side, and of course they have the Nightcrawler. He has the ult in hand as well, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of shenanigans are pulled off here. The time is running out, so if they're gonna be making a play, they need to be making it now. Big Homie in the exact same position, a bit of a deja vu as puts the 1 player down, takes down the second one, and Fanshawe up to 12.
Man, they knew that they had to get rid of Big Homie because he has the orbital strike, and even if you go into that Viper's pit, the Nickelodeon slime pit, as soon as it's out, all the players become kids and they don't know what to do with themselves when they jump into it. But they were trying to play a game of hide and seek and they lost versus Big Homie, because if you don't get rid of the orbital strike, it's basically game over if you even get to the bomb in the first place, which is already a precarious position to be in because your HP is dropping to 1. So 12-8, RPI, desperate times, desperate measures must be made. as they have to be able to get through. They will clear out U-Haul. Actually, that's Fanshawe doing so. Swift is able to get rid of 2. Slippery is making a trade. Swift hits the floor. The hero is no more. Slippery is trying to be able to progress all the way up through showers. And now you have Seeker, counter Seekers, everyone in below as they're going to try and get this one onto Truck. And now everyone's got your trail. Everyone can see everything. It's a 3-on-1. And you're going to be a hero, Moses. Will you lead your people to victory or will it just be death? Coming into Iron Hall as well. They have 70 HP, a dream to live, and a playoff to give. They have everyone coming at them. Very short side. Will they send one guiding light to be able to come to him? As Seeker is expended, they jump through! Why not right-click hero? And they turn him to 0. That'll be Fanshawe, 13-8. Do him one round better than map number 1. They take this one a 2-0 sweep.
All right. I'm not sure if people noticed that. I heard the Sky's ult going out 5 times. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. It was a bug or what went down there. We'll have to go look. We'll have to go look back at right at that. But in the end, of course, that final round going to the winning team. That is Fanshawe fueling their way to victory. And this time, they did not wait pushing into side. They did not wait. 10 seconds in, they got the ults in. Smokes out of sight, completely in their favor, just like that.
Yeah, you could say, I've got your trail. And that's what Fanshawe is trying to say over to RPI 1,000 times over. But they were focused, they were ready, and they were able to move on into some quarterfinal matchups. But you know, Flater, before we find them going in that direction, how about we find one of our players on the other end of a short break? So we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to have a quick interview right after this.
B. Last player standing. 10 seconds left. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. One less. One enemy remaining. Standing.
I've got your trail. I've got your trail. Seek them out.
Job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore. Just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids. It's kids, that's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid. We finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs, that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big. The only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big. Foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids. It's kids, that's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid. We finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless.
And we are back with the
Oh, not so bad. Another day in the office. How'd it go? Pretty well for us. No complaints from me, boss.
Wow.
Pretty
Just
good.
all business, all goods, all greats. Fanshawe Fuel, you guys were gassed up, fired up. You really were going to kind of kicking butt out there. Run it down for me. Obviously, Bind, Ascent, you guys have a game plan. You played these maps probably a ton. I mean, was a lot of this running behind one particular IGL? What's kind of the preparation, especially going from regular season to playoffs? Anything really change for you guys?
Not so much. The boys are just buzzing. We're enjoying each other, always enjoying the vibes and stuff like that. We've been playing, most of us, our core's been together for 2 semesters now, 3 semesters, so we're pretty much chilling. We know what we're supposed to be doing, and we'd like to get it done the way we do it, pretty much, for you.
Hey.
Oh man, I love the confidence coming in. Just do tell us, what kind of strategies did you have in mind? When we saw Rensselaer taking multiple rounds in a row, how did you make a comeback from that?
Yeah, well, we were kind of buzzing. We got the first 4 rounds on Vine for sure, and then after that, we kind of got going on a little slump on our side. But we ended up just talking it out with the boys. Everyone knows our jobs and our roles and stuff like that. Once the communication's flowing again, we were all set to go.
Hey, you know what? It sounds like you guys are buzzing, having a great time. I need to know before we give you that moment to be able to kind of shout it out of all the supporters, all the fan friends, and everyone out there. Maybe even a little fan club for Fanshawe. Is there anything that you guys in the gang with your esports group, now that you've been together for a couple semesters, is there any fun traditions that you guys go out? Will after this you be able to go out and just get some dinner, maybe just go and play some more games? Anything fun like that?
Oh, we all enjoy having a good beer after a good win. We'll have a nice little time, hang out, probably play some Minecraft or something like that. Use it down for the night. It's hitting about 10 o'clock.
Who are the
Sit down for bed.
Minecraft, a really hardcore game. Good to know. Hey,
oh yeah.
But are there any friends, or fam out there that you have want to be able to shout out for all the support that you guys get?
Yeah, absolutely. Just the boys themselves, bro. All of them are beauties. DK, Slip, Elko, Sustain. They're all beauties. And my good buddy Ozzy, bro, he's been hanging out with me a lot, helping me out with some strats and shit. So props to that guy.
Man, congrats. You guys earned it. At 2-0, you got more rounds in front of you. The playoffs still to continue, but it's going to be Fanshawe. The fuel, gassed up, fired up, ready to go. That will be continuing on. Congratulations and enjoy your win, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Later, we got to see. Look, big homie is a big homie. Okay, that dude is
What was his
fun.
name?
Oh yeah, it's he lives up to it. And that group, they're honestly they did showcase. They're all vibes. They're all buzzing, as was said, but they're all having a great time out there.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes for us. Sorry.
And of course, when you stick around with your teammates for such a long time, when you know how they're playing, this is the kind of vibe that you'd expect from a team like this.
Yeah, they were so good, and we can't wait to see them go up against JMU. It's gonna be 7-1 versus the undefeated 8-0. So that's gonna be a big matchup for them. But for us tonight, for ECAC, this one's gonna be all wrapped up. Again, congratulations over to Fanshawe. Thank you so much, Flater, for casting alongside myself as always. We got Zach and Cool Scoots that were able to provide some awesome look-ins, observations, as well as just overall good production here on ECAC Esports. If you want to be able to check this out, make sure you do so in a week's time. We'll be doing the quarterfinals for the regular season fall split matchups and the playoffs. But for right now, I'm Hell Monkey Man. That's Flater. You have always been pretty cute, and I'll see you next time.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.